All this right here is trash. It's going out. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the m2motoring YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today I'm going to be doing a video on updates on current projects, future projects, and a bunch of stuff that I have going on. Definitely do appreciate everybody tuning in. And before I do all that, I'm going to go ahead and warm up the SLK back there. I try to start it every other day or every 2 to 3 days just to make sure all the fluids are running and the battery doesn't die, because if you know me, I've had a very bad history with the forgetting and the battery dying, and obviously that's not a good thing. So try to be on top of it nowadays, especially with working for myself and having a little bit more time or more time around the house. If you haven't already, please go ahead and do me a huge favor, hit that like button. I definitely do appreciate it. And if you want to leave a comment down below on some of the content you'd like to see, definitely please do. And thank you again for watching. And if you like the content that you see, please go ahead and consider subscribing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Just finished warming up the SLK and I brought it back into the garage. Currently as it sits, I'm pretty happy. The lip kit needs to get repainted. There's wear and tear on it from the past decade or so of sitting, and the few times that my mom or stepdad have driven it, they've not been the most careful, but it is what it is. So waiting for a few parts for this thing. I ordered the shocks for the trunk, so just waiting for the Mercedes dealership to get those in. Unfortunately, parts take a while with everything going on in the world. Outside that, I wanted to work on the roof motors. A common issue with this car is that the motors that make it a retractable hardtop, they do go out. This car is a 1998 with very low miles, but for whatever reason the roof doesn't work anymore, so that's not going to be a cheap repair, but it's something that I need to do so I can enjoy this more. Aside from that repair, I'm going to be doing all the maintenance, all the fluids and whatnot, and maybe upgrading the stereo to something with Bluetooth just to make some technological features a little bit better for this car. Outside that, I don't plan on doing much more to it. Originally I was gonna go crazy and do a bunch of stuff, but I don't know, I kind of like how it is. The one thing I would definitely change on this car or get done is get the door handles color matched so the whole car has a nice flow to it. I really like how the rotoforms look. I haven't taken the car out anywhere as of yet, just because I haven't had time, but I definitely do want to take this cruising, and hopefully I can get the roof done before it gets really hot out here and I could just cruise around with this thing a little bit. Definitely look forward to that. Next up is the truck. Nothing really going on with this thing. It's just parts hauler. Done some basic maintenance on it. Still runs, drives just fine. The AC still doesn't work. I need to go get it charged. Got a new AC compressor for it, thankfully under warranty. I listed it up for sale about a week ago, and I actually have a good friend of mine that's interested, so he might actually be buying it from me. So we'll see how it goes. He's very highly interested. He's just figuring out the finances, so we'll see. The TC is in the same state and condition from the last video. Hood obviously is missing. The roof panel and the wing is with my friend Ruben right now, where he's refinishing and getting it ready for paint. So I can't wait to get that back. He needs a few weeks to get it all done. I am waiting for the new injectors to come in, so can't wait for that. Install that along with the AMFIC and plug-and-play harness, and hopefully, you know, get this thing tuned real soon. I still need to figure out what's wrong with the audio system, but outside that, it's pretty close to being done. Have to do some basic maintenance on it that I haven't done yet just because I've been lazy, but I haven't got around to it or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The XB is still the daily for now. If you heard that right, I said for now. I'm actually contemplating buying another vehicle to use as a daily. Something a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more power, a little bit larger, I guess. But you know, something different. This car served me real well, but I'm just kind of over it. I've been over it. So yeah, my next vehicle is probably going to end up being a pretty interesting project, and what that car is, it's not a truck, it's not an SUV, it's a car. You'll see real soon. So with the van, obviously I can't show you footage of the van. The van is in Southern California getting repaired by my friend Rami, and thank you, Rami, for working on it, since I don't know squat about diesel, so I'd rather leave it with somebody who works on them day in, day out. Rami is a diesel tech in Southern California, and he's been really busy, so he works on it as he can. He's doing it, you know, as a favor to me, which I definitely do appreciate. And he's came across a few obstacles with working on this van. As you know, I don't know if I disclosed the history of the van. So I purchased it from a friend. He was, you know, moving to a smaller shop, didn't have space for it. He's like, I just want this thing gone. But at the same time, my friend Joaquin, who owned it through his, and he has a, you know, he's a used car dealership / metal tire shop. He does, you know, a lot of things. He needed to off it because he found the dream vehicle he wanted, which was his diesel Excursion, which I totally said that's a real nice rig. So this has been sitting. I purchased it from him, and it's a previously an auction vehicle. So it's one of those things when you buy from a used car auction, you get, it is what it is. You get what you get. In the process of Rami tearing down the car, or the engine, or the van, sorry, he's found a lot of things that were, you know, were neglected. One of them being the plugs. They were seized, or almost seized, in the engine from all the carbon buildup and everything else. It's taken a few weeks of, you know, spraying, you know, a penetrating lubricant like PB Blaster and, you know, those kind of things to get them to loosen up and slowly, you know, try to turn it back and forth, try to just wiggle it out. Fortunately, he was able to get the plugs out, which I'm really happy about. He said it took him a while, but no damage, cleaning up the threads, you know, doing everything he can to make sure this is good. It's almost back to a point where he could start and run it, and then once he has it running, he will know what other things it needs aside from general maintenance. But I look forward to having this van and getting it done. Just to give you an example of how much this van, I'm actually in this van more in parts and labor so far than the van itself. So thank you, Joaquin, for the great deal on the van. And I knew, you know, obviously I'm not complaining. I knew when I purchased the van that this is something that it's going to take money to be put into it. And eventually, you know, once it's running, it should be solid for a long time. It's a diesel. Most diesels owners that I know, they said, when, you know, once you get past these couple hurdles or obstacles of maintenance that you got to do, generally they're fine. So perfect for me, great. I'm just excited to get it back so I can start using it for its purpose, or actually clean it up, go through it with you guys, and show you what I'm doing to it while it's being used, serving a purpose for M2 motoring. Later on, I do have some cool, crazy plans. Actually, it's more Steve. He's pushing me to, you know, lift it, do four-wheel conversion, four-wheel drive conversion, all this crazy stuff. And we're looking at the whole overlanding scene. Apparently these vans or Econolines are going for ridiculous money now. So not that I'm going to do all that and flip the van, you know, for money, but it's pretty crazy what the going rates are, especially with diesel becoming somewhat of a dinosaur for that, you know, general market. The prices keep going up. Like I said, I'm not selling the van. I don't plan on selling it, but if I ever needed to, it's pretty insane. And I already have a few people I know that are already offering me more than what I'm in the van at this point. And I said, no, I'm not selling. Like, this is something a van I've been looking for. So look forward to that. All right, here's the quick update tour with the garage. If you've been watching the YouTube videos as of late, you can see how messy the garage was. You could not see the back wall unless it was all the way up there. Now, I've spent the past few days cleaning up the garage. There's a specific reason for it, and obviously aside from being clean, and I will, you'll find out very soon. So this, I don't even know what it's called. It's Cardio Glide. It's an exercise contraption my mom purchased 15-20 years ago. She's only used it maybe once and will not let me throw it away, so it's just been here. This used to sit past this line about here. I was able to slide things back and still got more cleaning to do. So everything's been pushed back more. There's less stuff and everything's been reorganized, so there's more room. Ideally, once everything's sold, a lot of this stuff's empty boxes I use for shipping minus the radiator. It's a lot of empty boxes I use for shipping, like I said, and this is all inventory. So once all this sells, I technically will have quite a bit of space, enough to fit, finally back to a 6-car garage, hopefully. And in my inventory I have, some pretty cool stuff from Japan. These are 6-lug wheels that I got from my importer, along with these pretty rare Dragon Claw wheels, unique design, that I have for sale, along with those ground lights. Please ignore those tail lights. Those were bought as a joke, and they're for sale now because who I bought them for said, no, I'm not using those on my car. So that backfired horribly. So whoever wants to buy them, there. I have the wheels, the Zobbers that I have fully rebuilt. Pretty much a brand new carbon fiber trunk for Veloster. Those are all empty boxes here, so don't worry about that. Here I have a bunch of car audio stuff that's for sale. That's going to be for sale locally. Inventory of the M2 fender flares, all the merch, various sets of used lowering springs for sale that my importer brought in. Like I said, when I get stuff, it's in random batches, super random, but there's a market for everything. Here is some of the cool pieces that I have. So these are strut bars, pillar bars, lower arm bars for the rear, for different Hondas from M&mhonda. Have it for the DC2 Integra, DC5 RSX/Integra if you want to go by JDM names, EK9 hatch, EG6 hatchback, front and rear strut bars for the Honda Fit. Those are the lower arm bars right there. You can see the applications. So if any of you are interested in this, please hit me up. I know these are becoming more and more rare to come by, and I have them in stock here, so you're not waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for US Postal and Japanese Postal to get them. And they're all brand new. A pretty cool piece I have here also is the air diversion panel from Backyard Special. This is the fiberglass version, not the carbon, but these are Backyard Special air diversion panels. Flip that over for you. You can see it here. Have 2 of them in stock, so anybody with S2000, hit me up if you're interested in getting these. Like, as you know, if you're an S2000 person, these are getting hard to get a hold of, and shipping and freight for everything now is ridiculously expensive. The price has gone up. I'm selling these at a very reasonable price. Another cool part here I have is this is a damaged piece from UPS. This is the Garage Unique front splitter for the 2016-2017 Honda Accord. I do have a whole stocking order of these coming in the next week or two. So if you have a 2016-2017 Honda Accord with the OEM lip kit, but the factory accessory kit, this bolts right, or this screws right in and looks really good. And unfortunately with UPS they damaged this one for a customer, but I do have more coming in, so really excited about that. And finally, in cleaning up my garage, I found this banner. I had this banner made back in 2008, 2009, and it's been rolled up hiding in boxes of stuff, so I decided to hang it up for once. The only thing I did was remove my phone number, which obviously I'm not putting my phone number out on the internet. But yeah, other than that, that's the garage updates. I have a couple DIY projects I need to work on, like refinishing those wheels. Maybe go on here if I keep the car. If not, then they just go up for sale again. The tires were shot on them. But yeah, I've been cleaning up the garage, making things nicer for something that's coming up real soon. Can't wait to show you once it happens. Thanks again for tuning in. Definitely do appreciate it. Until next time, you guys take care. See ya.